Hello! How's everybody doing? I am tired. I am dry. I didn't realize how crazy my throat felt until I just started speaking right now. My sinuses are whack. But I must stream. I must. I've wanted to be streaming since I got back from A&E, but I just keep sleeping for like 12 hours a day. And it's like for 3 or 4 hours at a time. And I think part of it is just because it's so fucking dry around here because of the weather. We got like a couple of inches of snow, and other than that, it's just been very cold, very dry. I'm not stuffed up, I'm not really congested, it's just, like, my sinuses don't feel good. They don't hurt, they're not, like, congested in a traditional sense. They just feel crazy. Been so cold, the interior side of the exterior wall of your room has had frost condensation. Damn. Grabbed a blanket that was sitting next to the wall and peeling away from the ice sounded like Velcro. Holy guacamole. Yeah, it's been like very cold outside, but our heat has been keeping up with it quite well.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Needless16.
So like it's almost 80 degrees in my room right now.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Garden1. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Daily Coffee Abuser. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Intelligent Fool. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Kick and Dev.
And then
Coffin 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 every day 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 coffin 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 co 00055
I'm co 00055 and yeah, dude. Thank you very much, Dan, for the 5 gift subs and $25 donation. Alright. Metroid! I guess I could talk about what I've been up to. I've been sleeping. But other than that, I have been playing Warframe. It's been pretty good. I got a bunch of parts cooking right now. So I'll have some new frames to be playing around with within the next couple of days, including one that has a huge ass, which is fantastic. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've been like just playing idle games and Warframe and just like watching YouTube videos from bed. I'm fucking sleepy. But I'm sleepy, and like most of what I've been thinking about for the last few days have been Terraria, which is like apparently there's a major update for Calamity mod coming out soon, so I don't want to play a bunch of Terraria before that comes out. I've also been thinking about a magic deck that I want to change a bunch of cards around in. Like, I just want to tinker with the deck, but nobody wants to play Magic. And so I'm fucking dying. But yeah. Metroid! I think I live up in the top corner for Metroid. %60 scans, 24% items. Sounds great. Right, we're in the ice facility, and there was the dog fight where you had to fight 1,000,000 dogs, and then there's a guy. There's a guy. I'm gonna have to remember the controls. Okay. We got jump, we got ball, we got shoot,
You'll need to get that
we
generator
got visor,
back online, Samus.
we got guy.
You'll find it down in the lower levels of this facility.
Right. These things, I need to find, like, a thing that'll tell me how to open the door. Security gate malfunctioning. Circuits are torn and is not receiving any current. The gate material is otherwise indestructible. Is this the psychic key quest? Seems like it might be. Oh right, I got a lasso. No, my car can't be summoned right now. Psychic lasso. Click the left stick. Okay. Cover conceals ventilation shaft. Its metals but deteriorated in the extreme cold and can be shattered by a strong impact. Ooh, it's gonna take me a bit to get used to these controls now. There we go. Test capsule with temperature control function contains body tissue sample. Contains sample of poisonous liquid. Experimental capsule containing a TK code. Oh, dude. One out of 4. Contains a prototype medicine. Contains a blood sample. Oh, wait, can I scan these little fellas? Alright. So I can click and yank it. Data terminal routes various kinds of data currently offline. Click and yank it. Oh, right. A video game thing that I can talk about. Apparently, there's gonna be an old school RuneScape League this year, and it's going to be in April instead of like November. So that's exciting. Part of the Cryopod rail system, the column secures and releases pods for distribution. It's linked to the loading platform. Accessing encrypted file, research diary, day 138, attempt. We were so close. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems with our process. I do not want to have this setback to have been for nothing. Huh. Transport cart has clamps for fastening containers and specialized omni wheels for improved maneuvering. Red light means can't go in it. Cryopod, equipped with life preservation systems able to keep the specimens dormant semi-permanently, switches to an internal battery if disconnected from power. Pod storage crane travels vertically along rails on the walls, managing cryopods containing Griever specimens. Ice that is thickened over time. It can be melted using high-temperature tools. Storage bay cryopod terminal opens the hatch of the socketed cryopod online. Storage bay cryopod terminal opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod currently offline. Laboratory heavy door comprises 5 parts with a sensor in its center. It is much stronger than average doors. Bulk cryopod storage. All pods functioning normally while in low power mode. Research diary day 205 limit. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. Yank it. Alright, so I do this, and then that. Touch. Griever specimen containing a TK code. Why? Don't worry about it. TK code fragment collected. Missable scan warnings? Sure. Battery depletion led to specimen's death. The drop in the room temperature caused it to freeze afterward. Griever specimen. Battery depletion ultimately led to the specimen's death. It is frozen completely. Griever specimen completely frozen due to the drop in the laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. It's a good thing this takes place before fusion, probably. Otherwise, this room would be a real bad time for Samus Aran. Alright. Lamorne-made stretcher, used for specimen transport, can be reconfigured to work as an operating table. The mat is made of a hardened gel material. Specimen thawing station. Quickly and safely resuscitates frozen specimens without returning them to consciousness. Unused DNA sample storage case. Used for extracting DNA for experimentation. Research Diary Day 117 Breakthrough. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional change in the GE, which would then cause an abnormality in the gene transcription. Yet, that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary path? This would mean the Great Tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So, with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering GE, we disabled those genes at the moment the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? That should be sufficient value. There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the Balsale system's programming. Good old green energy experimentation. We love us some mysterious substance experimentation in this universe. Ventilation shaft fitted with a security cap. The cap must be removed with physical force. A ventilation fan is active inside. Missile expansion. Oh wait, what if I... Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. But what if... Yeah, they don't want me pulling that kind of shenanigans. Balzale system, primarily used to perform experimental autopsies. Online, activation will set it to operating mode. The Morden-made operating table uses a gravity tuning device inside the padding to stabilize specimens without the need for restraints. Lamorne-made stretcher. Its two wheel sizes reduce resistance, allowing for easy and smooth rotation, currently configured to function as an operating table. Storage shutter. It appears to have stopped mid-activation. Access code approved. Autopsy systems activated. Storage mode disabled. Operating mode initialized. Active Balzale system containing a TK code. They really be putting their passwords all over the place. Code fragment acquired. Balzale system. Its ultra-high performance multiprocessor and 145 installed surgical tools accommodate many types of complex surgery, not just autopsies. Wonder if I might need to utilize that for something or other at some point. Or maybe it's just a cool thing that had a password in it. Liquid appears to be a sedative variant. Research Diary, Day 81, Awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod, and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we were unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, the reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go through this entire place again once I switch the power on. Recovery Pod ASBDDR07. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lamorne restoration procedure. Pod glass destroyed. Cell structure and preservation liquid is leaked. Life signs of the specimen Griever have ceased. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. All reading from the specimen Griever read normal. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Specimen Griever's metabolism currently at minimum. Specimen Griever is alive and preserved. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Pod now in low power mode. Retriever specimen. No life signs detected. Cryopod cell culture and preservation liquid have leaked. Analysis implies extended neglect led to the specimen's death. Recovery pod management terminal. Tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a remote database. Operates normally in low power mode. There's noise coming from this fella. Ice is thickened over time. It can be melted using high-temperature tools. A window shutter used for ventilation. The slats are damaged. A strong shock will destroy them. Security to gate sealed. Releasing the lock unit attached to the rear side will allow it to open. Oh wait. Scan it first, just in case. Recovery pod observation monitor, currently stowed and secured. It can be retrieved by pulling it down. Monitor in standby while low power mode is activated. Great! Surveillance monitor containing a TK code! Oh my god. TK code fragment collected. I got all the things. Monitor stabilizer broken, causing it to fall. Its power has been cut, disabling the display. Contains a blood sample. Research Diary Day 97 analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here. Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as though they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What's going on? Let's go open the door that the codes were needed for. Ow. Since there's a save station right here, why don't we do that? Used to be able to do this with Windows. The university IT got really mad when you tried. Take a computer sitting idle with someone logged in, extract the login credentials with an exploit to use elsewhere. Yeah, I can imagine why the university would be mad when you are, like, stealing someone's login information. Research Diary, Day 214, Resignation. Our resources are running very low, and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds... Oh, even if it does succeed, and with what we have left, we are losing researchers. Everyone is likely thinking the same thing. It was your credentials. Yeah, but you are proving your willingness to just do the thing, regardless of consequence.
You're getting close to the generator.
It is not necessarily don't do that thing, but stop doing that kind of thing. Especially with the kind of shit that you have access to as part of your research. Just like, hey, please do not do things you're not supposed to with the computers. Seems like a big deal. Security storage contains vital medicines and experimentation equipment. Door sensor offline. Made the antivirus software get more upset than you've ever seen antivirus software get in your life. Yeah? I mean, you are doing the exact kind of thing that antivirus software is designed to stop. Lightweight vertical wind turbines made to withstand the valley's severe winds. When the facility is in low power mode, wind power fulfills all energy needs. Neat. Those things were gray, so I don't think I need to scan them. But just in case. Dartwing. Blue Krauk. Chiroptera variant that flies using their patagium wings. The leader guides the colony by emitting sound waves from their antennae. Cargo gondola lift, used for transporting cargo and research staff over the valleys below. Reinforced cables proof it against strong winds, currently offline. Okay, you do get blown around. You get blown around a lot if you're in the air. Psychic grapple point. Connection point for the psychic grapple. Swinging back and forth can generate momentum for point-to-point traversal. But I don't have the psychic grapple yet. Goodbye. I was trying to spare this little idiot, but then he bumped me to my death, so he must die. Oh my god! Oh, it's fine. The anchor chain joiner connecting the wind turbine to the rock wall is damaged. A strong shock will detach it. The little thing knocked me off course. I could have gotten to the ledge if I did not get knocked off course. Go! Scan the thing. Tempered glass struck, warping it and causing it to crack. Structural integrity weakened. A strong impact will cause it to shatter. Goodbye. Gondola control terminal currently offline. Phew! It's ice. Ice is nice. Oh, maybe I am sick. The more I am talking, the more I feel afflicted. That would explain why I've been sleeping for like 10 plus hours a day. Research Diary 289 Records. There's little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will this succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Hang on, let me blow my nose real quick. Alright. Shutter linked to the bomb slot. Activating the bomb slot will unlock the shutter. It's a bomb slot. Okay, I remember the trick for this time. So you do that, and then Psychic Visor, and then grab it, and then throw it. Grab it. And throw it. Bro. Oh, it's offline. Why does the bomb slot need power? Whatever. Yeah, I'm using Mage Hand on some balls on stream. Normal Monday night. Data Archive Cluster 01, Cryogenic and Bioform Studies, Containment Unit Research and Development. Data Archive Cluster 3, Treatment Examination Saros 00143, Y460410, Y460412. Data Archive Cluster 2, Captured Specimen Identification and Medical Records. Data Archive Cluster 4, Psychic Experimentation and Genetic Transformation Research and Development. Data Archive Cluster 5, Video Log Backups of Experimentation and Treatment. Research Data Archive Terminal contains data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms, including recordings, currently offline. It's a bomb slot, it's offline. Transport tube, a network for moving small cargo, currently offline. It's a save station. Research Diary Day 293 Query. We have finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and at Chitoya's instruction move to the Chrono Tower built in Sol Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lamorne counterparts? What did we miss? I will ponder this for the rest of my life. We're 1% away from funny amount of scans. Man, those things do a lot of damage. Ice wall. Ice wall. Oh boy. Lamorne made magnetic turbine. Spins using a magnetic field created and sustained by the main generator. This generates enough electricity for the entire laboratory. Generator maintenance slot. Used by maintenance tanks for turbine upkeep. Each turbine has its own dedicated slot. Mobile ramp. The hatch can be activated from the link terminal, granting access to the lower level. Mobile ramp terminal currently offline. Starting the main generator will bring it online. Research Diary Day 294 Prayer. Just now the main generator has stopped. That means the boiler we use for heat will also stop, the temperature will drop, and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough for the main operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately we could not save our kind. I am overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Chitoya that someday our savior will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Targun. I am utterly defeated. And we got the funny number. 69% scans. Lamau. Main generator startup device used to initiate turbine rotation currently offline. Well, how am I supposed to start the thing if the thing to start the thing is offline because the thing isn't started? Huh? Slot connector links the generator startup device to the bomb slot used for its activation. Can extend by pulling. Bomb slot encased in ice. The generator startup device is currently activated by attaching it to a slot connector. Psychic Ball Track. Only usable by one who has the Psychic Spider Ball. Once materialized, they can be traversed by adhering to them in ball form and rotating in the desired direction. Mobile Bomb Slot. Can be pulled along the rail using Psychic Force. Operates normally once attached to a slot connector. Click. And then end the thing, and do the thing. I have now activated the activator. So I can activate the thing that activates the other things, and then things will be activated. Main generator startup device online and operational. Accessing the hologram will start the generator and begin turbine rotation. Turbine hologram display shows the current state of the main generator turbine. All systems appear nominal. Touch. Generator maintenance slot. Fan malfunctioning due to extended disuse. A strong burst of energy to the center will force its activation. Good old percussive maintenance. I'm very glad that I remembered this mechanic exists of the remote-controlled energy blast. Power on!
Hey! You got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
Mobile ramp terminal controls maintenance passageway access. It lowers a hatch, making it into a ramp to a lower level. Large shot expansion. Oh, but in order to get to it, you need the spider ball. Oh, what a shame. Psychic tether node. Tether node placed using psychic energy. Once materialized, the morph ball can connect to and hang from it. Security gate. Held by a clamp that can be removed from only one side. Pulling the clamp will unlock the gate. I want the thing. I got the thing. Got another E-tank. Controller terminal online. However, the device it controls is frozen and cannot be operated. All right. The lock can be removed only if exposed to a surge of electricity. With the lock removed, the systems will operate normally. Well, that's a real shame. It's bomb slot. Hole activated.
Chasanel Tandana Kalakash, Andelina Senetel Sajakisanet, Ash.
So maybe the axolotl dudes can be brought back if we figure out how to use the green energy, but good. Research data archive terminal online. Data corrupted due to deep freeze. Only the most recent recording can be accessed. Conduit access hatch used by maintenance tanks. The blue light indicates it is online and unlocked. Is the green energy good phase on? Well, it's different phase on. It's the most green energy ever. There we go. Security storage. Full power restored to the laboratory. Door sensor online and awaiting beam activation. Aha! Aha! Shot expansion. External temperature measurements, average temperature of one cycle, 253.15 Leda kelvins, or something. Lowest temperature, 219.15. I've been using the ammo because you have to. Internally installed camera data terminal. Drive damage data cannot be read. Well, we fucked up and failed and everything
Come back to the
is
control
terrible.
room. I'm waiting for you upstairs.
Shut up! We fucked up and failed and everything is terrible, but at least we're leaving behind all of this information, and maybe whoever finds this place can use this information to, like, solve the problems that we couldn't. And then you start looking at all the terminals and it's like, ah, I got too cold! So nothing works anymore. Oh wait, didn't I? Okay, this is this. I see. The gondola is online. Touch this to gondola. Oh, my gun's iced over. That's cool. Terminal online and functional, however the link device is frozen and malfunctioned. The activation hologram will not display. You would think that putting the entire facility into like a deep freeze would help. But it's like, because of the deep freeze, all of the devices are broken, and also all of the subjects that were being cryogenically frozen have died due to being frozen. Well darn, what a shame. Shutter terminal online and operational, however the circuitry connected to the shutters has been damaged by the deep freeze. Yep. Yeah, this game looks fucking great. It is unfortunate that as a cost to this game looking really, really nice, it does run a little jank sometimes, but like, I would be fine with things looking a little worse if it ran at a consistent 60, but that's just me.
What the? Something triggered the alarm. I can't override security.
Door sealed with emergency shutter. The shutter will release once the emergency is resolved. It might be, like, because the capture card is technically capable of 4K, it might be running the game at 4K even though it's only actually outputting at 1080 or something. I don't know. Yeah, no, actually, it seems like it looks better on my second monitor, and I think that's because my primary monitor runs at 144. Maybe I need to get another new monitor. I need to get a fucking monitor that runs at 240 hertz, so that way it can be divided down into 60 so that things running at 60 look better.
I'm not sure what's happening. This whole facility just went into lockdown.
Cryopod running on normal power. The rapid increase in room temperature has caused the pod to malfunction and its internal temperature is rising. Oh, so even the things that were in functioning cryopods are now going to die. Because the power is back on. Oh no, they're just fine. Wasn't there supposed to be a device that does this? Frostburn Griever. Griever variant awakened from cryopreservation. The preservation liquid has resulted in a loss of pigmentation, though their aggressive nature remains. Destroyed cryopod. The hatch has been forced open from the inside. Griever specimen, no life signs detected. Full cryopod storage in full power mode. Internal pod temperatures are rising with room temperature. Several pods are reporting errors. Maintenance lift off online and functional. Activated by touching the hologram. Damn. What's extra fucked up about my monitor being at 144 potentially causing problems is that it like kind of causes problems both ways of if I'm running a game at 144 then it might not look as good on stream because 144 doesn't go into 60 nicely. I'm gonna have to get a new fucking monitor. Yeah, the stream looks fine, and, like, the game looks better on my monitor that only runs at 60. The problem is that that's not where I usually play games, on that monitor. Yeah, I don't know what madman thought 144 was a good frame rate. I don't know the science behind those numbers or anything. Hang on. I'm just gonna like change my whole fucking layout. God damn it. This is for sure not how you get this. You're supposed to just like loop around or something. I want like one more good attempt at it though. Yeah, no. That don't work. Yeah, that's how you get it. Stupid spider ball.
What's happening down there?
Shutter storage destroyed. The damage appears to have been caused by physical force. Recording camera drone developed to autonomously record video, including medical procedures. A powerful impact has rendered it non-functional. They wanted it to be a multiple of 24, but why? Operates Balzale system, currently online. A circuitry failure is preventing display of its control hologram. restores the original standard frame rate. Well, they're wrong. You know what's a multiple of 24 or 120? Yeah. Recovery Pod Management Terminal monitors the state of the contained specimen and moves and forwards the data to a remote database currently operating in full power mode. All life signs have ceased. No data from body temperature, pulse, breathing, or blood pressure. Like REM sleep. Yeah, dude. Light maintenance tank inactive. A powerful impact has damaged its internal circuitry. Reboot impossible. Security shutter damage. It appears to have been torn off using enough physical force to break it entirely. Ugh. Cryopod running on normal powers. Rapid increase in room temperature has caused the pod malfunction. Cryopod tracking terminal monitors the specimen inside the socketed pods. Last use unknown. Data Terminal C manages cryopods in the storage room. B, last used for communicating with the surgery room, last use unknown. And A, monitors the recovery room, no data retrievable. Security shutter destroyed, debris is blocking the door sensor, strong impact will remove the debris. Or debris, depending. Oh no, don't give me hiccups. Don't tell me I got the hiccups right now. Ah, heckin' frick. Rude. I wonder if not locking on causes them to not dodge your attacks. Kinda seems that way. Missiles! Hooray! A Rem Lazar reference. Where's the highest place you can think of? The top of the World Trade Center! What an incredible thing that is. In case you forgot, that's the thing that happens in Rem Lazar. Rem Lazar takes the kids to New York, and he's like, what's a high place you can think of? And the kids are like, oh yeah, my dad works in that really tall building over there. And he points at the World Trade Center. Manages inventory for materials and equipment kept behind the security gate. Inventory data lost.
Oh no, they're in the wall.
What the hell was that line delivery? Was that supposed to be an Aliens reference? But the dude was just like, oh no, they're in the walls. Oh no. The pew pew noise being part of the song made me think that I was being shot at. Turn off your fucking targeting computer to deal with these guys. You gotta use the force.
Samus, you copy. I got red dots on my radar.
Oh, sorry. That was just some salsa. I got hungry. Mostly knew the World Trade Center as that huge skyscraper in SimCity that you could build two of, which made it fun to destroy. You're not the only one who thought so. They took out the air crash disaster after that one. Yeah. Figured they might. Oh, green. Manages data sent from its sample storage case. Manages data sent from its sample storage case. Hologram of planet Vuros, currently displaying Griever tracking information gathered and compiled by each G tracking terminal. G tracking terminal 3, Great Minds, location telemetry of latest scan refresh Z sector, lock on GPS data points 0. Geopositioning RAFL scan for Subterranea level 3 complete, no motion detected. G tracking terminal 2, Sol Valley, location telemetry of latest scan refresh C sector, lock on GPS data points 19. G-Tracking Terminal 1 Fury Green, location telemetry of latest scan and refresh Y sector, lock on GPS data points 33. G-Tracking Terminal 4 Flare Pool, location telemetry of latest scan refresh B sector, lock on GPS data points 9. I don't know what any of that means. Sample Data Terminal B records and saves specimen data, acts as a backup for Terminal A. Sample Data Terminal A records and saves research specimen data, password is required to search its data. Going on in here. Biolab's communication terminal provides surveillance oversight for the 4 laboratory research rooms linked to the floor security terminal. The system is currently down. Biolab's communication terminal provides surveillance oversight for the 4 laboratory research rooms. Systems are currently down due to long-term exposure to extreme cold.
They're coming for me! Going off top! Meet you upstairs!
I was trying to come up with some kind of joke for, God, they're coming for me. Didn't pull it together quickly enough. The potential was there, for sure. Yeah, nothing will beat Kaito in the First Judgment. These guys won't stop coming on us. And everybody's just like, ugh, why'd you have to say it like that? scene.
You made it! Let's take care of this!
Oh shit. Combat section with a buddy.
Acquiring target. Getting a little too close.
Well, dropping down to the lower floor was apparently a mistake, because
Taking your shot.
every enemy
One
spawns
down.
on the ceiling and goes to the second floor.
I think we're clear. Solid work, Samus. Power's back online. Feels like the heat is too. Might be what's drawing those strange creatures. You'll be able to use that elevator now. It'll give you access to the deepest level. I'll hang back and try to open the gate from up here. The rest is up to you.
Man, the textures on her suit look so cool. Storage monitor terminal monitors all materials and resources delivered to storage.
You'll need to take the elevator down to the lower levels.
Yeah. Worn healing pod rapidly regenerates cells using nanotechnology mixed into a topical liquid culture. Currently online. Yeah, I mean, the suit as a whole is a very cool design. But, like, as a Yakuza enjoyer, I really appreciate when, like, you get to see... when you, like, can see what a material would feel like. Like, you look at the dude's suits in the Yakuza games, and it's like, wow. I can see what material that suit is made out of. Yagami's leather jacket. It's like, wow, that looks like leather. This is where it came from. Yeah. But yeah, being able to see, like, oh, this material would be, like, not necessarily rougher, but more textured than this other part of the suit. Like, this part of the suit is really shiny and smooth looking. Oh, but this is shiny, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't really look like it would be the same kind of smooth as this other shiny bit. It's cool, I like it. Large elevator for wheeled vehicles, built to support extreme weight. Currently online, operated by touching the central hologram. Yeah, look at that. Elevator offline for some reason. Wheeled Vehicle Storage Management Terminal logs vehicles entering and exiting the vehicle bay online. However, the controls are inoperable due to the deep freeze. Vehicle bay. Okay, so I need a zappy thing, and for that, I need the boost ball. Security gate for large wheeled vehicle elevator. Opens or closes based on the status of the elevator. It can be activated using the linked device. Ouch. Took 3 damage. Good thing there's a save point here. Heal that off. Vault hatch. Materials for storage for containing the underground dome. Completely frozen, cannot be moved. The tempered glass of the vault hatch is fractured. A powerful impact will shatter it. Ammo! Hooray! Underground dome lock disengage terminal input A. Requires password input to disengage the locking bolt and open the door. Link to terminal B. Both terminals must disengage their locks simultaneously. Dome surveillance system terminal A collects uploaded surveillance and environmental data from inside the dome. No abnormalities detected. Dome surveillance terminal B operates surveillance and environmental controls within the dome. No hazardous life forms detected. Underground dome lock disengage input terminal B requires password input to disengage the locking bolt and open the door. Linked to terminal A, both terminals must disengage their locks simultaneously. Alternatively, after the clamps have been manually released, the gate can also be opened from the terminal in the control room. Quarantine chamber for dangerous bioforms. Bioforms considered too difficult to control in a laboratory setting are kept in a special underground containment facility built into a natural cavern.
Huh. I tried to open that gate, but it won't respond. See anything?
Heavy clamp used to secure the door. In the event the release mechanism becomes non-functional, it can be pulled open. Yoink. Yoink.
That did the trick. Opening now. Happy hunting.
Lift control terminal controls the quarantine access lift used for moving supplies and staff. The lift has been removed with reinstallation still pending. Railing for guiding a lift. Analysis implies it would move using the grooves along the sides. The railing forms a U-shaped slope. Dangerous bioform research terminal collects research data on bioforms quarantined inside the domes. The surveillance system terminal also keeps a backup. Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen here. It's Goma! Keratos. Crustacean morphology Keratos, a giant cingulata-like organism covered in a hard shell, only lives in extremely frigid areas and is capable of creating ice from air moisture. Ice pedestal used by Keratos to assist in spinning. High-speed rotation melts the surface of the ice block, creating a thin layer of water between it and Keratos, which prevents friction. Destroying the pedestal will stop the rotation and its tornadic pull. High-temperature weapons are especially effective against the pedestal. Yeah, Samus ain't scared. Samus will fucking fight. Oh, there's more. It possesses sensory organs below the carapace on its head and opens its shell to identify enemies or attack with its mouth. Metroid fusion has altered its body composition, leaving its core completely exposed. I also thought bombs would be the way. Which is why I tried to use bombs on it. Didn't work. I'll scan those little ice thingies. Not these. The ones that I just shot. Ice block formed by Keratos using ambient humidity, named gust crystals by the Leborn. They slowly track their target and collapse on contact, damaging and freezing the target. Unclear if that's an important scan, but Oh. It does a big ice laser now. Alright, one more cycle. Okay. Hooray! Aurora Borealis. Psychic Boost Ball. This is no mere boost ball. It enables the Morph Ball to generate rotational momentum, which can then be unleashed as a burst of speed. Psychic Boost Ball. In Morph Ball mode, press and hold B or L, then release for a surge of speed. Boosting while on a half-pipe terrain can also generate momentum to launch higher. It can also be used to power a spinner or for traveling on a materialized Psychic Boost Rail. But not a Psychic Spider Rail. That's different. Spinner for activating a Sacred Shrine, a fast-moving sphere which, moving inside its loop, can turn the rotary switch which operates the pedestal. Touch. Master Teleporter Key acquired. One of the keys required to activate the Master Teleporter in the Chrono Tower. A total of 5 keys must be collected. Experimenting with how long you actually have to hold the charge button. Okay. That boss was alright.
I'll meet you up top.
I think it ended up taking longer than I expected because I think you can prompt it to do the attack that makes itself vulnerable faster by like shooting its face while it's exposed, even though it doesn't actually do any damage to shoot its face while it's exposed. Because I was shooting its face and it was like, oh, I'm not doing any damage, I guess I won't do that anymore. For like 2 cycles. Yeah, like, I think shooting its face doesn't do any damage. I think it just progresses the cycle slightly faster.
Looks like you got what you came for. A message came through the station radio while you were gone. Somebody named Specialist Mackenzie, he sent over the coordinates for base camp, so I'll be on my way soon.
Nice.
Now, I've been on a lot of missions. This has always protected me. May Solon light your path.
Uh-huh.
You go on ahead. There's a healing pod up here, and I'll be as good as new in no time.
The healing pod did get used. He didn't just, like, limp all the way to base camp.
This has been a rare treat to have seen the legendary bounty hunter Samus Aran in action.
Darn right it has been. I don't know if the healing pods use the green energy. It might just be like Lamorne technology kind of stuff. Whee! Yeah, the special treatments using the green energy were them trying to revert the Grievers back into Lamorne. Samus deserves people fanboying over her. Circuitry from a cryopod's cooling system. Its protective cover is missing, allowing it to be safely removed. There's a spinner up there. Grapple control terminal. Grapple crane control terminal. Controls the crane, it's online and operational. Activate by touching. Touch. Great. Good job. Offline. Short circuit has caused a power failure. The spinner has been used. Ice chip. A chip made by the Lamorne. A Galactic Federation engineer level 4 or higher can modify this chip and integrate it into your suit. Alright. Back to Mackenzie. Wee. I appreciate all of the little points of flexibility on her suit. The Varia suit is just fucking cool. But, like, all of the other suits also have some really neat stuff going on. So, like, this suit, because it's a little more form-fitting, it's a little slimmer than some of the other suits. Like, you can really appreciate how the suit is very much designed with Samus being, like, agile and flexible in mind. Like, Samus is not a tank. I mean, she is, but Samus, like, she turns into a ball. She has a double jump. She's quick. Yeah, I think Samus is around 2 meters tall. Which is like 6 something. She's Shaq size. She's not that big. Shaq is fucking huge.
Congratulations, you got another teleporter key. Only 2 keys left. And it looks like you found more before technology in Iceville. I might be able to help you. Can you bring it back to base camp? By the way, I saw the data you acquired. I can't believe the Grievers used to be Leborn.
What did I need for this thingy? Can't believe they don't let you fuck the bike. I mean, what is fucking a bike? Take that into consideration. Okay, I think I have finished this little diversion. I know, I know, I know! I was just checking my map to see... Just wanted to check my map and it put me in a cutscene. The official Return of Samus website lists a height and weight of 190 centimeters and 90 kilograms. So yeah, the Varia suit is fucking heavy. Although not as heavy as it could be, really. Size varies from game to game. Yeah. Like, assuming it's like an average of like 190 to 200 centimeters. $190 is like 6 foot, and 2 meters is like 6'4" or something. How fucking ripped Samus is, you would think the Chozo are pillar men. $190 is 6'2", or 200 is 6'2"? Samus is the strongest Chozo by virtue of not having hollow bones. I guess it could be a case of, like... I don't know. Yeah, 90 kilos being, like, about 200 pounds. That could be... that could be with the Variasuit and Samus's, like, lightweight. Like, Samus's lightweight and the Variasuit is just, like, very lightweight for what is a power armor. Just for the sake of just, like, allowing her to do the, like, cool acrobatic shit that she does.
Welcome back, Samus.
I don't know.
Come on, show me what you found in Icebelt. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Dude. Hello, friend. Okay. Analysis first. Oh, this is fascinating. It looks like this program inverts the energy emitted from the device.
Energy.
That means if I reprogram this and set it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use a new shot type.
Ice shot acquired. Nice. The measurements say under the power armor, so she's still pretty ripped. Good for her. New shot type accessible. Ice shots freeze targets and can briefly solidify lava and magma.
Now you can use Ice Shot. It temporarily freezes the target when hit. You can freeze living organisms to stop their movement. And you should be able to use it on high temperature objects like magma to freeze it for a short period of time by lowering its surface temperature. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm sure I could turn it into something useful.
Okay.
Enemies aren't the only thing you can freeze with Ice Shot. You can freeze lava too. Cold! Hey, that's too hot! Come on!
Damn, they make the Galactic Federation suits pretty fucking powerful.
Freeze them all up with Ice Shot.
Oh man, the look of the arm cannon with Ice Shot selected is pretty sweet. Looks very cool. Platform created from porous rocks with little mass set atop a fountain spout. It will rise as water pushes up from the spout. Like a river that flows along the land, water travels within living things, bestowing its life-giving moisture. Fountain with a psychic moat socket. Its water is sourced from beneath the temple. While a moat is socketed, it spouts water at a fixed pressure. Freezing the water carried in all who live will blow out the candle of life. Do not forget this. Understand this, you who command the power of ice. To steal heat from every object of the world is an act to bring about stillness. The freezing of flowing water is precisely how one's first steps are to be taken. Remember this. Ah, got it. So do this, and then freeze it, and then yoink it, and throw it, and bop it, and twist it. Fantastic. More ammo! Nice. So then I get some kind of cool prize once I have the lightning gun.
Hey, welcome back.
Alright. I know I've only been going for like 2 hours, but I'm a sleepy bitch. Oh, God. And also, like, my throat doesn't feel good. Like, I feel worse than I expected to. But, man. And this is, like, super annoying because I want to play this game so much because I'm enjoying Metroid Prime 4 so much. It's real good. I have... Like, I am enjoying basically every gimmick the game has introduced thus far. I like all of the psychic abilities the game has given me. Like, the lasso is fun to goof around with. The different shots are pretty good. And even just, like, the fucking psychic bomb, just, like, drop the psychic bomb and then switch to the psychic visor and throw the bomb at an enemy. Like, it's cool. I like it a lot. It's a good video game. Play around with City Trial to overstimulate yourself back into wakefulness. I think I just pass out. I think my brain would shut down. Okay. Upcoming streams. So Tuesday is going to be Lost Judgment. I'm thinking that Saturday is probably an easier time to get Dog onto the stream. Theoretically, Thursday or Saturday will be the A&E recap stream, because I'm pretty sure if the A&E animation stuff hasn't been posted already, then it should be posted by later on this week. That is like one of the things that has delayed the recap stream is the animations that were made for Anthro New England were like extremely cool and were like a decent amount of that weekend kind of revolved around those animations in a way. So yeah, once those animations are posted, then we'll have Dog on sometime for the recap stream. Hopefully we haven't forgotten everything. Other streams, I want to do at least a one-off of the new Digimon game and Raito Remastered. I think those are streams that are going to be relatively soon upcoming. I want to do a Bayonetta 2 playthrough, so that will probably be starting sometime in the next few weeks, if not this week. I don't know. I got a handful of like one-offs and shorter streams that I want to get through, which will probably be a good way for me to work my way back into full streaming power. Because I also want to do Mega Man Battle Network 3. That one's been a long time coming now. So, got a handful of games and playthroughs and such to got some cool stuff upcoming. And, you know, we're gonna keep playing Metroid Prime 4. Gonna finish Lost Judgment, and then once Lost Judgment is finally over, then we have a big-ass DLC for Lost Judgment to get through. So, Ishin will happen someday. But yeah, thanks again, Dan, for the 5 gift subs and $25 donation. Who's up? Gonna make you play Battle Network 3 to punch me? Maybe. I mean, I want to play one of the, like, definitively good Battle Networks on stream, at least. Because, like, what Battle Networks have I played on stream? I've played Battle Network 1, I played Battle Network 2, neither of which are that great. And then, I also played fucking Network Transmission. I gotta play Battle Network 3. That's, like, one of the good ones. Alright. Who's up? Who's streaming? Yeah, Foxy Dude is streaming, but he's streaming Battle Network 4. We can't get spoilers. Oh god, everyone is streaming. Oh my god, every fucking person is streaming. Mega 64 is still going with trapping Rocco in a room for a long time. Vinny Vinesauce is playing the new Ball X Pit update. Spout is streaming art. Zeldrick is streaming something. It's games and demos. It's not helpful. Salty Rat is streaming Peak. Permavermin is streaming Animal Well. Digidoggy is streaming Project Silverfish. I outlasted Pixel Jim and Dura. Damn. Alright. Let's raid Digi. Question mark? Yeah. Project Silverfish seems like a pretty neat game, and Digi is currently streaming from Japan, which is cool. But yeah, thanks again everyone for showing up and hanging out and chatting and all that good stuff, and hopefully I will see you all again Tuesday evening for more Lost Judgment. Have a good one.